episode 2 of The Cave. I got my boys Josh and Chris here today. I'm doing a special episode today because these two guys have been through a lot and they've hit rock bottom, and I thought it was a good idea for them to bring them on and share their stories, share their ideas, who they are, what they do, and hopefully it's kind of sort of like a round table, but you know, we're all different people in our own ways, and hopefully our stories can help somebody out there. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Passed away this Sunday. Rest in peace, Mamba. Thank you for everything you've done for the city of LA. As you see, we have LA in the back right here. We have Dodger Stadium. This is the city, our city.
Yeah.
This is Josh. Go ahead, Josh. Talk about yourself.
How's everybody doing? My name is Josh Guzman. I am the creator of the Daily Grind Family YouTube channel that is dedicated to helping anyone in need, not just the homeless community. That's one of the things we all have in common, that we're all here to make an impact in the world while we're still physically here.
Chris?
Hey everybody, Chris Chavez. I'm also at Conquerors Inc. on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Just again, like my brother said, man, we are just highly driven and motivated, man, to make an impact in our community and in the lives of everybody that we encounter every day. So I think that's what really brought us together, because we have a common goal, we have a common vision, and I think that this is a great thing, and very grateful and humbled for the opportunity to be on this video with my brother also, man. So blessings to everybody.
And this is actually our first time we're actually hanging out, talking, getting to know each other. We met through Instagram. He followed me first, so I followed you.
Yeah.
And we're here. It's just the power of media, the positive of a positive influence, and just putting yourself out there. You can meet amazing people, share different stories. So we're the kind of people that hit rock bottom, but we didn't let rock bottom cripple us.
Right.
We all came up. We all battled. Some of us battle addiction worse than others. Some are worse than others. I know you guys are telling me you guys battle through addiction. I know me drinking, and I'll say it now. Why I do all this? I tried committing suicide. Almost 3 years now. I actually put a gun to my head, made it click. My mom, family don't really know this, but I think that was my changing point. I'm so grateful that bullet didn't go. I'm here now, and I think from that point on I found my purpose, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that God gave me, a second chance to be here with you guys. Trying to say, and hopefully my story can inspire to say somebody else to speak up. You guys are not alone.
Definitely, man. And one thing I've got to say about that is, like, if you want to reach out to someone and you think like, oh, they're a celebrity or they're Instagram famous or whatever the case may be, don't hesitate. Just send out the message. If they respond, then great. If they don't, they don't. Just so you guys know how this all happened, I went out to CT Fletcher's Workout Wednesday.
Iron Addict Gym, Signal Hill.
It's free every Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Open gym for everybody. Everyone is welcome. And I've only been there one time. And this Wednesday, I decided to go. And I saw also on the bench over there, and I actually got some footage of him on my channel from Iron Addicts. So because I did record him, I reached out to him once the video was edited and everything, and I let him know. And I don't even know how, like, I didn't know his name. I didn't, like, nothing at all. Like, I just saw him and his whole crew around him, and there was like this crazy energy around them as he was lifting, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, this I thought you had something to do with Iron Addicts, honestly. Like, I was like, oh, this guy's somebody, because everybody was around him, right? And I was like, oh, I gotta get some of this footage on the channel. And you know, and actually what I caught, he was just warming up. He wasn't even like, I left early, and I saw his Instagram after that. He was like putting up some crazy ass weight and stuff like that. But I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is, but I came across his Instagram, and I finally sent a message, and he responded, and from there we just connected. And at the time he was not even on a YouTube channel. He didn't have his channel, and now we're here. You know, it's crazy. So first and foremost, don't hesitate on whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Well, how we got connected is also, again, the power of social media and Instagram. And I actually was introduced to also through my cousin, which is the Daily Grind family. And, you know, just following his posts and seeing how motivated and driven and he is to accomplish something that he set out for is what really attracts me to people, is to seeing people that are just motivated and driven and have a vision of where they're going, what direction they want to go in. And I think that that's what really drew me to it.
I want to know why you started the Daily Grind. By the way, guys, this is Brian right here.
Yep.
His t-shirt. He didn't make me a 3X. Apparently, he doesn't have too many friends who are bigger than him. But why'd you start the Daily Grind?
That's true. In my group, I am the biggest guy. So, you know, we only go up to 2X right now. But you just got added to the family, bro. So 3X coming soon. Don't worry.
I've been a 2X since I was like in 8th grade. You know. But yeah, brother, I want people to know why you started the Daily Grind.
Yeah, I mean, the Daily Grind came about in August of 2019. I was actually, it was probably a week after my grandmother passed away. My grandmother passed away on the 9th of August, and on the 14th, I couldn't sleep. I was just laying down and I was thinking about her, and it just came out like on my head was like, oh, start a YouTube channel, you know. And I really felt like it was coming from her, and so I started, you know, brainstorming, thinking about it. The following day I went and bought all my equipment, and shortly thereafter I realized that the Daily Grind was going to be about helping people in need. You know, I've always done that. It's not, I don't do it because of the cameras or anything like that. I've always, every time I've been able to help someone out, I'll do it. And you know, back in my addiction, I was addicted to alcohol and powder cocaine for about 7 years or so, from the age of 13 to 21. So, you know, most people start partying at 21. By the time I was 21, I was already done partying. Like, I've been through a lot of things, and I think because of my parents' prayers, I've never been arrested. Not because, you know, I was smarter than the cops or anything like that. There was a reason why that happened, and now I've dedicated myself to helping anyone that is feeling hopeless. I would want them to know that I've also been down, you know, and I've also felt like I had nothing, I was nothing, and just a simple hello or a simple like 5 minutes of me listening to their story could restore hope in humanity, you know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why we started. It's all about giving back to the community, and yeah, man, that's it.
And it's only the beginning for you, brother. You know, I'm very excited for where your brand's going.
Thank you.
I love who you stand for, what you stand for. You know, I'm very excited for you. You're going to impact a lot of people. You know,
Appreciate it.
Never worry about the numbers. As long as you impact
Right.
one person, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's true.
And Chris, bro, so talk to me about you, or tell the people why you have your own brand and what you stand for.
Totally. Well, Conquerors Inc. was created with the idea and concept of branching out and reaching the masses, because all of us are conquerors in one way or another. We've all conquered something, right?
Even just conquering your demons.
Exactly, conquering your demons, some sort of health condition. So what I really wanted my brand to stand for was for those breast cancer survivors, those addiction survivors, people that have encountered many difficulties in their life and have conquered them, right? From domestic violence to mental health issues, suicide, breast cancer, all the types of cancers. I just wanted to have something to impact the masses, like my brother Josh, and that's what we're dedicated to, man. And my story is a little similar to Josh's, and I think that's why we mesh so well and we connected so well, because I also struggled with addiction. And I started at a very early age, 10 years old, man. And, I was addicted to crack cocaine by the age of 13. And freebasing crack cocaine, for those of you that don't know, it's a very strong addiction, and a very strong addiction to kick. And thankfully, for the grace of God and His mercy, man, I was able to get out of it. And between the ages of 10 and 17, I was always in juvenile hall placement or camp because of my decisions. I never had a bad example at home. My mom was a Sunday school teacher at a Christian congregation. My dad, choir instructor. A lot of the times we look at, coming from a broken home, and that's our outlet, right? The streets, drugs, alcohol, all those things. But in many cases, guys, it's our decision. It's our choices that find us and place us in situations that we could have avoided. And that's what our message is about. Our message is about, we already been there, done that. We went through the mistakes. We already hit that brick wall at 1,000 miles an hour, so that those of you tuning in and watching, you don't have to go through that. You can learn from the Daily Grind's family's experiences, or my brother also's experiences, or mine. It's just a positive message that we're trying to put out there, and that's what Conquerors Inc. stands for. That's what Daily Grind Family stands for, and my brother also. That's our mission. Our mission is to, just impact as many lives as possible in all aspects of life, not just from suicide to drugs and alcohol, or myself like that as well, but just overall, man, for you to be the best person possible, and reach for your maximum potential. And that's what we're doing, man. We're out here trying to spread the message of love, hope, inspiration, motivation, perseverance, and dedication, man, because it's gonna take dedication. So again, just blessed and humbled to be a part of this movement, of this video with these strong brothers, man. And so I'm just grateful to be able to share my story, man. So that's what Conquerors Inc. Was created for, brother.
I hope you guys pay attention to that, because all of us are just starting, and we've made such a big impact already. I'm very excited where we're heading. And it's just consistency, And I want you guys out there who are battling with addiction, or whatever you guys are dealing with that's trying to cripple you, at the end of the day, your demons are not going to go away. You just become stronger. Remember that. The demons are always going to try to test you. Never think you're ever going to be free of shit, because temptation, you're going to be wanting to do it again, but you become stronger over time. There's two things in life that matter the most: is who you become and what you give back to life. All that shit you have with the nice cars, the money, the big houses, the nice shoes, it's not going to matter when you're 6 feet under. And rest in peace, Kobe. he was a perfect example. He had everything, just like that. He's gone. You know, so that just shows us that life is very vulnerable. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, even if you want to stop doing drugs or whatever you're addicted to for a day, even if you don't do it for a day, you've already made progress. You've already moved away a day. Just keep rebounding off that. Keep going. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Love you guys. So for me, my why would be myself. The people, the underdogs who have no support, who feel like no one's behind them. I do it for them. I do it for my family. And most importantly, my new reason why, my most important why of all, is my son. He's going to be here in 4 months, my baby boy.
By the way, he's going to be born on the best month of the year, May.
Is he a Taurus on the 21st?
What?
21st?
No,
20th?
Gemini, right? No. Gemini ends like 20 something.
Alright, so you might be a two-face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. To all the Geminis out there, I'm just kidding. But no, my son will probably have to be my biggest why. I think he re-energized me, made me more hungry than. He just gave me that extra push that I needed, you know, and I'm so excited for him to be here already. We thought of the name. His name's gonna be Julius Alexander Galaviz, a very strong presence. I just want my son to be great, and you know, I'm gonna try to do my best to set that direction for him, instill the hard work in him from the start. And what's your why? How'd you get out?
So my why, 11 years ago when I stopped drinking and using drugs, was because I noticed that I was about to lose everything. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, was getting ready to walk out on me. She was tired of it already. And to be honest with you, she didn't really know about the drug use. All she knew about was the alcohol. Had she known about the drug use, she probably would have been gone a lot sooner. But everything happens for a reason. And also, your why is going to change as you change as well. You know, it's going to evolve. The why for my channel has now became leaving a legacy behind, so that someone who has never met me will hear my name and they will actually know who I was and what I did while I was here. And that's due to the fact of all the family members that I lost. Just in 2019 alone, in March, my grandfather passed away, which was my mother's father. In August, my grandmother passed away, my mother's mom. And October 14, I lost my mom. Those were all tough losses, and to be honest with you, just one of those losses was enough reason to go back to alcohol and drugs, without a doubt. I honestly, the only thing that kept me going is I know how much my mother believed in me, and I'm so happy that I got to introduce this channel to her. She was one of my biggest supporters. She would always call me and say, hey, how do I look up the channel? I'm trying to show it to my friends here, and so they can subscribe and all that stuff. So you know, that the channel went from 148 subscribers to 1,000 plus on December 14, 2 months after my mother passed away. I feel that's the success of the channel, and the brand has gone up because I have a lot more angels looking after me. And that's what I mean when the whys are gonna change as you evolve and you become more successful. Your why is also going to change. Right now, with also his why is now that he's going to be a father. So, you know, just always keep striving. And what I'm going to say, if you have something in mind that you want to do, I'm going to say just take action. Don't hesitate. There's no right or wrong way to do anything. You're going to learn as you go. I showed in one of my videos my logo. I actually saw that, and I put the pen to the paper. I actually drew it and had somebody finalize it, and now to see it on clothing and have people request it in other states. I had a guy ask me for a sweater in Sweden. That to me was crazy. I have people that follow me from Egypt, from Canada, Australia. There's like, it's, the reach is crazy. So don't ever hesitate. It's only been 5 months for me, and we're already impacting a lot of lives. So just stay focused, stay blessed, and stay grinding is what I would tell everyone that wants to pursue something.
How about for you, Chris?
Well, for me, I think it's hard to match those whys after Oso and Josh mentioning their whys, man. But for me, I think going back 20 years, you know, when I decided to leave drugs and alcohol as completely out of my life was back in 2001. You know, looking back for me was the fact that I have a older brother who's been incarcerated since 1988, and at 17 years old, facing 15 years with 2 strikes myself for the stupidity and the wrong choices of me associating with people that I shouldn't have, really hit home. Because for me, it was like, man, you know, my mom's gonna have her only 2 kids in institutions, right? One in one place and one in another place. Totally isolated and separated from her kids. And I think coming from an immigrant family, we could, most of us can relate that they come here for a cause, and a positive cause at that, is to give us, their kids, a positive opportunity to be successful and a chance at education and a good life, right, at the American dream. And for me, having to look back on that and thinking to myself, like, man, that's pretty suck, dude, that her only 2 kids are going to end up in another statistic, another number in the system, right? And for me, I think that's what really hit home. And at 17, you know, overcoming that obstacle because of the will and the grace of God, man. Because, you know, I could have been put away for a long time, and to think that I only got a couple of months in county jail because it was just simply my association. You know, I didn't really do anything wrong. It was just I was hanging out with the wrong people, and they were trying to convict me in a sense as a whole, right, as a group. And I was able to overcome that, and not because of my brilliantness or my attorney or the public defender or anything. I honestly feel as a man of faith, you know, it was God, because God had a purpose for my life. And so my why became into effect that day, man. In 2000, back then in 2001, I got involved with nonprofits. I started volunteering my time, talking to kids, youth, about the impacts of gun violence, gang violence, drugs and alcohol in our communities, man, because that's what we see. And we are trained to think that because it's around us, that's what we have to do. And that's all we have to do. That's all our options. And it's not like that, man. And, my why evolved also, similar to my cousin Josh, the same, man. My wife, who is my wife now, at the time was my girlfriend. And, and she was my fiance at the time. And she said she was my girlfriend at the time, saying to me, like, you have to leave all of that, because if we're going to make a life together, I want to have a different man in my life. I want to have somebody that is the opposite of what you were. And so that constantly pushed me, to better myself and to strive for better. And, after getting married to my wife, Abigail, in 2007, March of 07, man, and then looking at building a future and like my brother here also, becoming a father in 2010, your whys just start to evolve, man, and they start to get stronger. And once you become a father, it's like you want to be that kid's a positive mentor, positive role model. Like, you want them to look up to you and not anybody else. So how do you do that? Is by, bettering yourself and improving your life so that you can be that kid's mentor, that kid's positive role model, and they don't have to look outside of your home to look for positive influences. And I think that's what it's been for me, and developing Conquerors Inc., man. I think the word conquerors speaks for itself, because again, we've all faced something in our lives. We've all evolved throughout the years, and we all have a why as to why we want to impact people and everybody and anybody that we encounter every day, because of that why. And just for anybody that, like Josh said, man, if you're looking to start something, you're looking to change your habits, change your way of thinking, your whole aspect of life, man, your mindset has to change first. And if your mindset doesn't change and you believe in yourself, that you can become a better version of yourself, I think that when you start to strongly believe that, and you can overcome that hurdle alone, because that's a hurdle itself. Changing your mindset is very difficult for a lot of people, because you're so accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Breaking out of it is very hard.
Right.
And I think that's why it's so important to connect with people that are going to influence you and push you to be better every day. And I think that's what we're here to do, and why we've decided to partner up and spread our message of hope, man, inspiration, motivation, perseverance, consistency. Those are characteristics that you have to have in order to become successful at what you want to accomplish in life, and whatever that may be. So, I mean, our whys are going to constantly evolve, as we get older, as we start to impact more lives. And it's a beautiful thing, man, to see people around you that encourage you to grow and push you forward, man. So I'm humbled and blessed to be here and be on this video with you, and just your stories are amazing, and that's what pushes me, man. That's what pushes Conquerors Inc. to spread that message of love, hope, and inspiration, man.
Well, I want to appreciate you guys for coming out to the video. I'm very excited for this video once it's finished. I'm very grateful I met you guys. Very humble. And my message to those that want to start, first of all, if you want to try, go all the fucking way and stick to it. If you're not going to do that, don't even fucking start. You got to put your all into the thing you want to do. You got to give it your whole heart. You got to be fucking ambitious. You got to grind this shit out. So go hard in whatever you decide to do. If not, don't start at all. And never fucking focus on motivation. Motivation is shit. Motivation is just a Kickstarter. But you're going to have to find it within yourself, how bad you want it. That drive, you're going to have to develop it. And you're going to have to constantly remind yourself why you did it. Who you're doing it for. Remember, it doesn't matter how far you've gotten. What matters is how much more you have left. There is a light at the end of the fucking tunnel. Just keep pushing. Keep driving and start now. You guys have us as a support group. You guys have other people. Reach out to us. Love you guys. Thank you. So that's gonna conclude episode 2 of The Cave. It was a great freaking episode. I think I'm more excited about this one than my first one. We had a good conversation with Josh and Chris. I hope this message, what we talked about, is going to reach somebody. And if you're struggling through addiction, and if you're somewhere in a place you feel like you're not going to get out of, reach out to us. I'm going to put my IG handle on there, Chris's and Josh's, and reach out to us. Don't feel like we're not going to respond. I'm always open to helping somebody out. Like LeBron said, that he's more than an athlete. I'm more than just a powerlifter, a strength athlete. I'm a motivator. I'm inspire people. I feel like I was put on here. I was given a second chance to help people. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys. Love you guys. Stay strong.
Oh, watch it. Watch.
Yeah. Don't let go, dude.
Sometimes you gotta have fun in life.
There you go.
I'm scared as hell. I don't know if these chains are gonna hold up.
You gotta tell the people you were scared as hell to get on that thing, right?
I'm still scared.
But you conquered that.
I haven't been on a swing since middle school, dude. It's like 20 years ago.
Good times.